All right, Washington, Allie and I are going to give you an update. Um, you know, Allie, I read through this update. We want to tell them what we're about to talk about.
We're talking about criminal history and what you can actually look into and consider when you're deciding whether you want to hire somebody.
And so you typically want to run a background check. So the first message in this employment law update for the state of Washington is there's been changes. You had some laws in place that were governing what you can and can't do and what you should do during background check process. And your state has just beefed that up a little bit more. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. So look, this is so involved that typically when we do a law update, Allie and I will try and break it down and go through the entire thing with you and kind of, if you didn't go read the update and go into Backstage HR and educate on it, you'd still be okay. But Allie, I don't think that that's the case this time.
Yeah, I think it would be great if everyone actually read this update in addition to watching this video. We'll give you a little bit of background, but there are some pretty specific details that you want to be aware of. That would just make this video really, really, really long if we dove into each of them separately.
Yeah, it would be a course unto itself.
Yeah.
We can say that our background check partner, National Crime Search, they do understand these rules that are embodied within this.
Yeah.
So if you're using our background check partner, you can be rest assured that we've kind of vetted and made sure that they're on track. And they checked us too. It's kind of a back and forth thing. Allie, let's just give them a very quick breakdown.
Yeah, let's dive in. First, I'm going to start with the effective date, which is July 1st, 2026, for those of you that have 15 or more employees. If you have less than 15 employees, you've got a little bit longer until January 1st of 2027. So, I mean, just about 6 months. So you should still really be preparing for this and kind of training anybody who's involved in hiring and running background checks on what they are and aren't allowed to do. This isn't a new law. It's called the Fair Chance Act. It's been around for almost a decade. So it's been quite some time, and it applies to all employers regardless of size. So now, like Paul said, they just beefed it up a little bit. The amended law, it's stricter. It comes with notice requirements, and it's going to apply to existing employees as well. So that means if you are running a background check for a different position, like your employee's transferring, it's going to apply to that background check as well.
So why would someone run a background check? I'm going to answer my own question.
Thank you.
You've got someone who's been working for you in an administrative role, and you move them up, and they're all of a sudden they're touching money. They're involved with your finances, and they've got privy to that information. And it's probably a pretty good idea to do a background check on them and make sure they don't have something in their past that would make it not a great thing for them to have access to that kind of information.
Yeah. So again, we really recommend going into the Backstage HR update and reading through the exact details. But essentially what the amended law is aiming to do is really keep employers from considering any convictions, any arrests that aren't directly related to the job. So what you're going to be focusing on is convictions, and only those that really have a legitimate business reason tied to the role, where it would be if I brought on this employee, there would be a genuine concern. So for Paul's example, someone dealing with finances, if they've got convictions for fraud or embezzlement or anything that might kind of alert you to a possible issue, that might be something that you consider. But again, you would want to go through a trusted background check company and not do that yourself.
So get this wrong, $15,000 fine per violation. So let's not get this wrong.
Yeah.
You want to review your employment applications. We provide for you a vetted application that won't get you in any trouble. You also want to make sure that, as we said, you're working with a good background check company that understands these rules. Most of them do. But it's on you. It's not on the background check company. So you got to make sure you get this right. Does this affect their handbook at all? Do we have to change anything?
No changes in the handbook, so you're all set there. We'll have this information for you in Backstage so you can reference it whenever you need.
Okay, Washington State, that's it for you. Please, there's a link here because you're looking at the video. I'd love for you to go in and update your knowledge. If you're watching this and you have managers and they're involved in your background check process at all, they need to understand this so that it has a little red flag running in the back of their mind. So if they get a return from the background check company that has something that would be impacted by this new law, they need to be able to say, oh, wait a minute, and come back and reference this material and make sure you go forward in the right way. Anything else, Allie? Are we done?
That's it.
We're done. Thanks, Washington.